And they ask for a referendum, and Johnson says it won't happen. Sturgeon is then going to call a referendum to say to people, do you think that Scotland has a right to have a referendum? And the vast majority of them will say, yes, we do think Scotland has a right to have a referendum. And Johnson can't prevent that, because that's not it's not a constitutional thing. It's simply, do you believe Scotland has a right to have a referendum? So she will simply continue to strengthen her position. The problem at the moment is with this clash with Salmond. If there's a low turnout, and the last time there was a local government elections in Scotland, it was only 56%. So if it falls below 50%, even if Scotland, the SNP wins substantially, Johnson's going to say, wait a second, the turnout was under 50%. So why are you asking for a referendum? You don't actually represent the majority of Scots. So we see what the figures are.
If independence for Scotland were granted, it would make negotiations, EU-UK referendums, look like child's play.
Yeah.
Data unravel over 300 years of interconnection.
Yeah.
So my point is, would it be likely during any of those negotiations that he will also say, you know what, I don't have my plate full enough, I'm also going to call a referendum in Ireland.
Yeah.
And negotiate its exit from simultaneously negotiate its exit from the UK.
Yeah. If they move on Scotland, then it's inevitable they'll move on Northern Ireland. But they're going to fight like tigers to keep Scotland, because if they lose Scotland, you're going to be stuck with England and Wales. And immediately people are going to say, what are you doing with a permanent seat on the Security Council? And there's Japan, there's Germany. What are you doing? What are you doing with a nuclear deterrent, with Trident submarines? So they're going to stick, like they're really going to contest the Scottish referendum, because it is going to so much diminish Britain. Because it won't be Britain anymore. It'll just be England and Wales.
And there probably would be a groundswell in Wales developing to get its independence.
Well,
these things are not gone.
It's I can transpose what Brenton Behan said about Scotland. God help the poor Scotsmen, they'll never be free, but Ireland's entirely surrounded by water. Well, that applies doubly to Wales.
Well, Brian, thank you very much.
That's all. Great to talk to you again.
Yeah. What's your mobile number?
It's 0044 7711 762428. So 0044 7711 762428.
Lovely. Who could throw out some names of people I should maybe be talking to? Yes,
on which side?
On any side.
Oh, Mike Nesbitt is
I'll talk to him.
All right. Okay. What about Naomi Long? Or Stephen Farry is definitely worth talking to.
Talk to him.
See.
Yeah. I've talked to Colin Eastwood, and Claire Hanna, and Mark Durkin.
Okay.
And Naomi and Stephen Long and Mike Aiken and Steve Aiken, Mike Nesbitt, and Dermot Nesbitt, and to Dermot Ford. I'm looking more at
okay.
Who
you want to try? You might try Sean McGuire in Sinn Féin. He's their press officer, their senior press officer. he's, well, if you could ring and ask for Sean Maguire, but he's Maguidhur.
Sorry,
Sean McBride, like Sean Maguire, Maguidhir.
So Maguigh.
Maguidh.
BH.
DH, yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Maguid.
D for Delta.
G is in dog.
HIR. No, he's not. He's a press officer in Belfast. He, operates closely with Michelle O'Neill, but he's pretty articulate. There's a guy in Dublin, Jim Gibney. Gibney.
Where is he now?
Sorry?
Where is he? He's in Dublin, you said?
He's a special assistant to Neil O'Donnelly, the Sinn Féin senator from Belfast.
Okay.
And he goes back a long way. He's probably the guy who suggested that Bobby Sands should stand in Fermanagh, South Tyrone.
Yeah. Of course, I was never forgiven for my book on the hunger strikes.
Yeah.
So do you have email addresses for each of these guys? Could you send them to me?
Maguire is Sinn Féin headquarters in Sebastopol Street. And Jim Gibney's in the Dáil.
He's in Dáil, is he?
He's not a TD, he's a special advisor.
Okay. So I'd get him at an Oireachtas address.
Yeah. He's as I say, he's special assistant at Neil O'Donnelly.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
you so much. I'll see you later this year.
Good.
I really hope so.
Right. Okay. Great to see you again.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah. Bye now.